Hi there, welcome to another video. In this one we're looking at the USB port that's been ripped off of a 3D printer main board. In this case it's an SKR Mini E3 V2. It's my board and I ripped it off. In the process it took off two of the contacts, and without them it doesn't work when it's plugged in all the way. It only works when it's plugged in halfway. I can make it work, I don't really care. I'm really mostly doing this to do it on camera and practice and a video. So I had some difficulties with the computer I'm recording with earlier. So as you can see here, I've already done part of this. I cleaned off the contact here, or the trace, scratched it off, pinned it, put a wire, cut it on both ends. It's super simple. You're really not missing much there, but it's a shame it didn't happen on camera. Anyway, now what we're looking at is the other side, and this is where it sucks. So really this is just an exercise of whether or not I can even do this yet, because I'm learning to do this as well. One thing I'm going to have to learn to be on this channel is pretty humble to the fact that I am learning this along with you for the most part. I'd like to stay a step ahead though, so let's see if we can get that done, which as you can see is just very small. I need to get a wire on there without touching these. So that's going to be tricky. I'm wondering if I could do a butt solder there, because if I kind of got it into the channel there. So if I got a fine wire, maybe even finer than this, but let's see what happens when I stick a 34 gauge in there, which is what I've been using for most things. Yeah, that's a pretty good fit. Oh, my tweezers still have flux all over them, so sticky. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that down to size. Certainly don't need it to be that long. Oop. Well, that's not the end I meant to get rid of, but oh, still have it. We're good. Oy, that'd be a bit. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll put some flux down, and yeah, then I'll position it. I'm going to use some tacky flux as usual. And it's gone exactly as expected. Okay. I did not mean to bend it to heck, but so the reason I'm trying to do a kind of a butt weld to it is just to avoid going in there if I can, because I don't see a way around with what I have, and no, I don't see a way around doing it right where it is, because it's already exposed. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure on where it goes after that. I did some testing with the voltmeter and it kind of confused me, so I'm learning that too. So I'm going to take my now chisel tipped micro soldering pencil, some solder on it, and cross our fingers. That's gone well, hasn't it? if we're lucky, we're going to wick that up a little bit. That's going to play nice. Yep. Hard to wick with this micro soldering pencil. Okay, we might be able to manipulate this into our favor. Oh, no. Okay. I'm not going to mess with it any further because I'm honestly amazed that that worked. I figured I'd just not do it, but figured I'd take a crack at it. But if only we had a microscope to like really dive on in. Yep, we got no cross connection there. Look at that. Good to go. There you have it. There is our repaired PCB board. So I'm going to clean it up carefully. Already cleaned up the other side. Little, I've upgraded, got some 99% ISO now, so I'm not worried about anywhere I'm not putting the USB port down. Speaking of which, we're going to have to pair up a new USB port. Now I'm not going to, since this is my board, I'm not going to glue it down. I don't know if I said that or not, but normally if this were if this were a client's board, I would glue it down with an adhesive and I'd have the contacts poke up and then I'd solder it down to that. It wouldn't be much of a contact for holding it in place, but it would be better than nothing. For me, I'm not worried about it. I don't care. I'm mostly interested in seeing if this works, and because it's fun. So let me just keep moving away and talking and forgetting what I was rolling away for. USB ports. There they are. Probably should have gotten those ready ahead of time. So, always good to have USB ports. Now this was a mini USB port. And I'm not sure which one, but we're just gonna check real quick. Because I'm looking, we got two dots here, or two holes for it to fit in. So I'm gonna start with that as well, look at that. Look at that. First try. Oh yeah, that's the money maker right there. So this one's super easy. I mean, this is easy stuff, just putting a USB port on, but we're gonna do it anyway because this is a new channel and I like the practice. So actually I'm going to hook up my normal soldering iron after I tin these contacts with flux. Gonna be hitting that too. I didn't put much flux on the bottom right one because it already has some solder on it, so that'd be okay. There we go. And I'm gonna tin up the try to without disturbing it. Okay. There is a little bit on there, so and I'm going to be adding plenty when I actually put this down. So I'm going to flip off my iron, switch it to the bigger iron. The one I use most often is the bigger iron. It's just it is easier to work with than the micro pencil, but when you need the micro pencil, yeah, it's very helpful. So I'll give that a second to warm up. Again, it doesn't take very long, so that's nice. And because there's only 2 contacts, I think I'm just going to tin them up. That one moved, but that's okay. Let's put our port on. Oh, you thought this one through, didn't you? There we go. I'll get your port in there. Okay. So, now that we got our port on there, I'm going to get you in focus here. We're just going to hold her down. Get this contact. You want to wait till you see the solder flow. We will be adding more. In fact, I'll do that right now. That looks good. So now, it's actually hard to get on camera a little bit, but there we are. So yeah, you can kind of see. So there we go. Obviously not soldered on yet, but they are tinned and they're ready to be soldered on. So I'm hooking this micro pencil back up because I forgot about that. Apologies. All right, so since they're tinned up, all we need to do is hit those contacts until we watch the solder flow. You'll watch it just bleed right up sometimes. It's pretty obvious. And there we go. I'll show you. There's other ways to do that too, but I did it that way because I've got the micro soldering pencil and I just wanted to. So nope, I can fix this one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it while I hold it awkwardly. I gotta add some flux. to hit both of those. There we go. I'm going to hit that one again. Okay, I see the problem. It's raised up a little bit. Just a tiny bit of solder. Not much, because we don't want to bridge. I'm trying to keep the focus for you. Let it bleed into there. There we go. Same thing there. A little more solder and a little more flux. And we are almost done. All right, let's zoom out and admire our handiwork. We'll clean it up. Trying to work it around on my mat just right here. So there we go. There is our handiwork. Gonna give it a good alcohol bath. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't hit the spots where I added wire. So that's okay. That's funny. I got ahead of myself. I'm gonna keep it. Gotta dry it now. But our wire, look at that. Look at that wire placement. Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I don't want any alcohol or anything else in there when I add the flux, because I just want that to connect and work. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, tacky flux. Tacky flux. No more flux. And I gotta adjust the camera, the scope, because I can't see. That'll work. Because what we want to see is that wire get solderified. We want it to work. That is the point. Okay. That has absorbed it, and it looks like it's giving us the finger, so I like it. I'm leaving it. This one, same deal. Get it on in there. Oh, come on, don't you dare. It might have, but I don't trust it. I want direct. There we go. I saw that. Okay. Okay. Well, that now that I'm not jumping the absolute gun on that is going to do it for this video. So as I clean up here, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. I'm learning, both in the regard of doing this and also just making this video. So thank you for watching it. Critiques are always welcome. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment or email me or anything like that. I am available. That's it. You have a great rest of your day or night or whatever you're doing, and fix some shit. Bye.